In this video, I'm going to show you strategies to find happiness in your daily routine by focusing on the wonder and beauty of perception. I'm Professor Chi. I help people raise their vibrations and find happiness and contentment in the day-to-day world. There's beauty for all of us, and it has to come from inside, because on the inside things are always beautiful. So the hope for beauty is that enough of us are coming from the inside so that things can become beautiful. Because when we're coming from the outside, then we have to decorate, then we have to create culture, then we have to hope for a good outcome. But hope for beauty is to say that I know things are beautiful on the inside, and if enough of us are in that beautiful place, then things will spontaneously become beautiful.
We're not talking about the everyday huge things in your life that happen to you. Those are all going to be there. But what's waiting for you at the end of the day is right here inside, and that hope for beauty is that you bring that into your life and find that normalcy in that we can be these creatures that enjoy their life. It is possible for us to hope for that beauty. And we're really, again, not talking about physical beauty. Physicality of beauty is very limiting in what we're saying. We're saying the beauty in perception. Your life and the perception that you have that you're doing it right, that you're doing it well, and that on a day-to-day basis, what comes as normal for you is set by you. And that if you set that at this point where you're looking at things and it's beautiful, wow, what a different perspective.
And furthermore, modern life has set up this idea that we try to get enough money so that we can escape the mundane. In the past, nobody had that concept. The mundane, or the day-to-day work of creating enough food to eat, preparing the food, getting together and eating it, creating shelter, creating culture in the sense of song and dance, that was beauty. Now, we've sidestepped all of that. You know, we're not interested in being happy with housework. We've made it way too easy to begin with for anybody to really enjoy it. We're not that interested in where our food comes from. We want it to be as instantaneous as possible. Now, how can that be beautiful? How can some frozy put in the microwave and everybody hurrying up and eating it while they're staring at their phone so they can hurry up and get to their show? There's no hope for beauty there.
There's the opportunity, though, in each one of those meals to create that into a beautiful experience. And if we're talking about food right now because we're hungry, I think that that's an important to talk about as a beauty, a hope for beauty, a beautiful meal. See what I mean? It's going to come into your life in every way possible. You don't have to be born with these ideas, because we certainly weren't. We're kind of the bootstrap people. But the ideas that are elevated, why start at the bottom? Start up here at a certain level. It's available to you if you recognize it.
Eloquence and elegance, and that comes from simplicity, because it has to be simple. Because if you're waiting to have, you know, all the gold furniture and the, you know, the big mansion before you can feel eloquent and elegant, well, you're going to wait a long time, because most of us aren't wealthy like that. However, you can do things with a zen feeling, like a suchness around the things that you're doing. You know, you pick up the spoon and it's heavy with chi. You know, you eat it and it's like, oh, that was so good. And it's so good because you took the time to prepare it properly. You went shopping and you got all the things that it took, you know, to follow the recipe to make. And I'm talking about simple things. I'm not talking about a big fancy dinner once a week. I mean every day, 3 times a day. We don't think in terms enough about the simple things being eloquent, but they are. The elegance are in the small things, not the large things. If you find eloquence and elegance in the small things, then perhaps you can see the big things around you in a different way.
And think about it. Every meal being an inspiration. Everything you consume being a product of that. Now, I know we're all going to go to restaurants and have to take in food quickly, but for the most part, this can be a partner's and another partner's way of coming together in beauty. So we're really talking about something as simple as food and as simple as each moment in every day, and taking that and hope for the beauty in that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it could be. It doesn't necessarily have to be food. We can talk about labor. We can talk about going to work every day, doing it in a mindful way. Don't try to escape labor because it's inevitable. I mean, of course, all of us want to have, meaningful work, and we want to have an influence on humanity, but perhaps you have to make money, If you have to make money, if that's what you have to do it mindfully, do it joyfully.
Or how about even cleaning your home in that mindful spirit, that beauty, that cleanliness that you're creating in your world, and that room that sparkles is a bit of that beauty too. And that simple things. We're not talking about things that cost really much money. We're talking about simplicities of life that are somehow forgotten along the way. And oh, I want a house cleaner. Oh, I need a chef. Oh, I'm just going to go out and get dinner at a restaurant. We've got to start thinking about your meals. They're numbered just like your days.
Speaking of house cleaners, I'm going to make a confession. We started out that way. When we first met, we had nothing when we first met in 1980. We were essentially homeless, and that was before people called homelessness. We cleaned houses for years.
We started a business.
We had a business of cleaning houses, and we did well with it, and we learned a lot from it, and we were happy doing it. I mean, I wouldn't want to do it again. Trust me, it wasn't that great, but we managed to get educated from there, and it became more, and become the professionals that we are now, and managed to bring a lot of good things into our lives that look like money, that look like good times, because they are. And we did this from our own efforts in a way that didn't seem like drudgery. And it's paid off, because back in the day when we had to do that and we were like, oh, well, we have to do this and it's working. Hey, we're making some money and let's be happy about it. It has helped and translated into today, where everything is like, even the most mundane of things has been able to be an active, conscious, mindful, joyful effort.
And think about that manifestation right there, that no matter where you are, wherever you start and wherever your place you want to end is at, that this invites all this opportunity into your world. You're starting to see those coagulations of those hopes and dreams, inspiration, and you're excited about it. No matter where you are in your life, whether you're at the beginning, the end, or anywhere in between, the excitement is going to bring inspiration to you. And we fully feel, we 100% are behind the idea of bringing beauty into your life. That's where we're going to value it. That's where we're finding out is so much fun.
And furthermore, it doesn't matter where you are, you can always find inspiration through the breath. The beauty that we're speaking of is internal, and the way you become internal is through the breath. Inspire, you breathe, inspiration. So rather than excuse make, rather than find like I'm going to wait, have patience but not waiting, right? Move forward. Believe that where you're at is where you should be, and be grateful for where you're at. And we don't mean to preach, but we're using ourselves as an example that you too can have hope for beauty breathe inspiration, enthusiasm, and excitement into your life. And how we perceive the world is 100% dependent on our level of energy and where our energy is coming from. When we practice Solar Qigong, we perceive life from inside the spine where high frequency energy is, and from there the world starts to look like energy rather than the end result of energy. Go to solarqigong.com. Learn from me how to practice Qigong with easy to follow video course, and you too can start to see happiness and joy in your day-to-day routine.